Madison Elliott. She's been reporting live from Shepherdsville this afternoon. And Madison, I feel like the word you kept using this morning was slushy to describe the roads where you are. How's it looking right now at 12:03?
I think that word's going to stick, Erica, because we're still seeing slushy roads here. The main roads are looking pretty good, and even the side roads are looking a little better, but you can see here that it's starting to melt. So look at that. It's kind of just puddles now. That slush is now melting, so road conditions are now a little more slick. But we stopped by City Hall to speak with Mayor Jose Cabero just about the efforts to get the roads clean here in Shepherdsville.
Well, the snow totals might be different depending on where you live.
Our Madison Elliott is down I-65 a bit in Bullitt County, checking out the conditions there. How's it looking, Madison?
Hey guys, I will say the snowflakes here, they are showing off today. These are pretty big snowflakes that are falling. I've been catching them in my hand, and I want to see if we can get a close-up of this. You can actually see the formation and style of each of these snowflakes. They're so big. That's pretty cool. I mean, look at that. It's really pretty out here this morning, but while the snow is pretty, of course, you want to take that with caution because it is making the roads just a little messy. We're down the road again now just a little bit, and this is more of a residential area, but we've still seen a lot of cars, people leaving for the day, leaving for work, and these roads have been treated. It looks like there's salt on them, but again, they also look just like a little slushy. AAA says, messy roads like this in winter conditions still account for at least 500,000 accidents every year. So they say just make sure you take it just a little bit slower because you have less traction on these kinds of roads, and also leave about 5 to 6 seconds between the car ahead of you just to give yourself a little more stopping time just in case. But yeah, this snow is falling now. There is a nice coating on the ground. These flakes are coming down, and again, these are pretty big flakes. I mean, it's all in my hair right now. We're covered in the snow right now, but it is sure pretty out here. But again, it's pretty, but just make sure to take it slow. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Coverage continues with our Madison Elliott.
She is live this morning in Shepherdsville to check out how the snow is affecting drivers a little farther south. Madison, how are things looking? You had some big snowflakes there last time.
Yes, and we're still seeing that. I heard Matt mention earlier, 2 big snowflakes are flying, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. I tried to catch some more. We showed these off earlier, but I just love how you can actually see the detail in some of these snowflakes. Look at that. I don't know how well you can see it on TV, but we can see it, and I just think that's pretty cool. It is pretty nice out here. But yes, drivers need to be wary of the snow, though, because it is creating some slushy conditions. We were on 65 south, and it was a little slushy the further south we got, but we are seeing salt trucks out, snow plows out. So this is actually where we started around 5 a.m. This was the first location we were talking to everybody from this morning, and there was more snow on the ground. We saw some salt trucks come through, so now you can see that salt is starting to work, and you can see some of that snow is starting to melt. So even this parking lot looks better than it did when we were here about an hour and a half ago. Still kind of though slushy, of course, and we've been seeing some cars slip and slide a little bit because of that slush. So we're in front of the Kroger here again in Shepherdsville, and these roads, yeah, you can see one of the salt trucks right there. So they are out here working. The Cabinet of Transportation did tweet out that they have their crews working hard to make sure roads are clean. They're just asking you to leave some space for the plows, let them do their jobs, take it a little bit slower because these conditions are a little more slick, and it's really the slush that we're seeing right now. That seems to be the issue on the roadways. Of course, there could be ice hiding there too as well with how cold it is, but we are seeing that slush and that snow, so it is a little slick out there right now. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Look from New Albany there, Sam. Thank you.
Yeah, and now to our Madison Elliott, who is south of the city, live in Shepherdsville this morning. Madison, how are things looking there for you guys?
Well, guys, the wind has really picked up here, and I think that's the new story at 9. We weren't seeing this at 5 and 6, but now it's gotten windy and the snow is drifting into the road. We take a look over here, you can see how the wind is kind of blowing that snow around. So it is definitely changing a little bit out here, and we can just kind of feel that wind biting our faces right now. These roads remain slushy, but we've seen salt trucks out all morning long. We've seen some plows come through here, and still we see this slush because there are a lot more cars out. We actually have seen a lot of cars out here this morning in Shepherdsville. We're right off the interstate exit, so there's a lot of traffic through here because of that. But with that, the roads are a little messier. You have a lot of cars coming through here, slushing things around, and really it's the slush that we see on the roads here. So that's kind of what we're getting a view of right here now in Shepherdsville. A little bit of ice too, but really, again, that slush, even with crews coming through and putting salt on the roads, it is still a little messy out here. The main roads, they looked okay. We're kind of off more on a side road, so of course it's going to be a little messier, but still, even on the main roads, we're still seeing that snow that's slushing out with this wind blowing that snow back into the road. You could see some of that as well. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
We like to see those trucks with the plows on the front of them around you there.
They're out there working hard, so we want to give them some room too. But we are certainly not